Hi BookTube, I'm back. I just finished a video about DiverseAthon, why I'm doing it, why I think it's important, so I'm not going to go into it again. You can go check out that video. I just want to talk about my TBR that I plan on doing or hope to do. We'll see how many I actually get through. Like I said in the other video, I'm going to be really busy this week, but I've been trying to keep up my reading, and I've been kind of pushing my September TBR off to the side for right now because I really felt the need to do this, and I'd like to read some of these books at least. So I grabbed a whole bunch. I figure if I'm not really getting into one, I'll definitely have options of other ones that I can read. So I want to give myself a good size TBR, knowing that I likely will not finish it, but hopefully I will eventually read all these books. I mean, unless there's something I really, really don't like. That is my hope. I'd like to just keep reading more diverse books in general. I'm actually thinking of maybe doing kind of a series of at least once a month, reading a diverse book and talking about it on here. So anything I don't read, I'm going to put aside and definitely hold on to it to read at a later date. There were many books that I thought about reading for this. I looked through books that I had at home, grabbed some, and then actually went to the library and was looking there. Unfortunately, a bunch of the books that I really wanted to read I couldn't find. I either didn't own or the library didn't have it. There is a group read along for this DiverseAthon. It's called Homegoing. I can't remember the author's name, but I actually looked for it at my library and they have it, but it was on hold and there were like 33 people in front of me. So it's I don't know if it's a new book, but it's definitely a very popular book. It sounds interesting. I'd definitely like to read it. I put it on hold. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but whenever I get it, I'll definitely check that out. So let me just start off with what I'm reading and why. The first book I picked is Minion by L.A. Banks. This is a book that I've owned for a long time. I actually have a few of her books. This is a series. It's the type of book that I really like to read, so I picked it up. I'm not sure why I've never started it, but I just haven't. There's a main character, Damali, and she is a vampire hunter. And it's compared to this TV show Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, a female kind of slayer. And so that's the reason I picked it up, because I love that show. It's my favorite show of all time. I love books that are like that. I've heard really good things about this series. Unfortunately, the author passed away recently, a year or two ago, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure. I think she had cancer. And that made me start thinking about her again, and I'd had her books in storage, and I took them out and then still hadn't started them. So the main character is a black woman. I know there's a lot of people of color in this series, even maybe the majority of people. Written by an African American author, and it's my favorite genre, so I thought that this would be a great book to start with. The second book I chose was I Am Malala. I have been wanting to read this since it came out. My last birthday, I'd gotten a gift card for Barnes & Noble, and I picked this up because I was so excited to read it. I hadn't gotten a chance to it yet, but I thought this would be perfect. I'm sure most people know the story. It's a true story about this girl named Malala who lives in Pakistan, and she refused to be silenced by the Taliban. She fought as a teenage girl. She was 15 at the time, to get an education, which a lot of young girls are not allowed to in that area. And she ends up getting shot in the head because of this. She survived, surprisingly. And that hasn't stopped her. She is still out there making her voice known, talking about how important it is to educate young people, especially young women. She won a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, this woman is just absolutely amazing. I mean, I can't imagine the type of courage that it takes to do what she's done and what she is doing, and I really think that this is going to be an amazing book. The next book I chose is also one that I have had for a couple years. Maybe I picked up at a used book sale. It's The Color Purple by Alice Walker. Seen the movie a few times, actually, not recently. I'd like to see it again just because I've forgotten a lot of it, which I think will be good reading the book, because then maybe I could be a little bit more surprised. I'm not going to go really into what this is. You know, most people have seen the movie or at least heard of this, but it's supposed to be a very influential, powerful book on Black culture, different types of Black characters. And I know when I saw the movie, and I don't remember a lot of it, I know I really, really enjoyed it. So I definitely want to read this and probably rewatch the movie. And the next book I chose is something I picked up at the library. I've had quite a few people recommend it recently. It is also a movie. It's Brokeback Mountain by Annie Proulx. This, I was a little unsure of this because it is about a gay couple and it's written by a woman. And I was really hoping to read mostly books where the author actually is represented in the characters in the book that they've written. But I love the movie. It's such a beautiful movie that is more about just love. It's not about, oh, the love between two men, or, you know, it's not an erotic movie. It's just a love story that I think anybody can relate to, anybody that's been in love. And I love that idea that it doesn't matter that it's two men. It could be a similar story between a man and a woman, or two women, and it would still have the same themes. I've actually had several gay friends recommend this book that have absolutely loved it, that didn't think it was disingenuous or, you know, stereotyping gay men, anything like that. So, and it's such a very, very short read. I think it's a little over 50 pages. I could read this in one sitting easily. So that was another reason I picked it up. I thought it'd be a quick read. And the last book I chose was Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I've heard very good things about this. I actually have not heard any bad things about this book. It is a middle grade book. I don't read a lot of middle grade books, except when I read with my kids, my son especially. He's 9. It's one of the reasons I picked this up, though. The main character in this book is, I believe, 10, going into 5th grade. So around my son's age, thought maybe we could read this together if he was interested in it, which might make it take a little longer. But I don't know a lot about this, but I know it's about a 10-year-old boy who is stayed home, has been like homeschooled, I guess, because of some physical deformity that he has. And then for some reason, starting in 5th grade, he's actually going to public school. And it's just about, you know, how he connects to the other kids and how he's tries to show them that, yeah, he might look different than them, but he's just a kid, just like they are. You know, there's nothing different except for the way he looks, and that shouldn't matter. So this sounds like a really, really good read. I think my son would really like it. So yeah, I definitely want to check this out. And there you have it. Those are the books that I plan on reading for DiverseAthon this coming up week, which is actually starting tonight at midnight. I don't know if I'll be starting it tonight. Depends on if I'm awake, if I've been studying, or if I decide to go to sleep. But definitely by tomorrow, I get done class is really early, so I'm going to come home. I'd like to get some reading done. And if anybody watching this video plans on doing DiverseAthon, if you want to let me know in the comments down below what you're reading. If you've made a video, like a TBR video, link that. I would love to check it out. And I hope everybody that's doing it enjoys this. And I will see you soon with another video.